Okay, this is the second part of the video. Like I told you, I'm going to talk about the different uses of the present perfect simple and continuous. But first, so that we can use the book, our book, as a reference, let me give you a very short introduction to the present perfect continuous. Okay, the examples. The structure of the tense. It's the subject, I, he, we, John, Sarah, our parents. Okay, subject plus the auxiliary verb have plus the auxiliary verb been plus the main verb with an ing ending. So I have been dancing all night long, for example. Okay, she has been working for hours. Okay, and of course the questions are built in the same way as in case of many other tenses. In case, for example, of the present perfect simple that we mentioned in the previous video, you change the verb with the subject, the auxiliary verb have. So have you been dancing all night? Okay, have you has she been working long? Okay, and she hasn't been working long. I haven't been dancing all night. All right, this is the tense formation. Okay, the principal difference between the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous is that the present perfect simple concentrates on the action, while the present perfect continuous concentrates sorry, I think I'm wrong again. Sorry. The present perfect simple concentrates on the result of the action, and the present perfect continuous concentrates on the action itself, on the duration of the action. For example, I have painted my room. What does it tell us? Is my room painted? Yes, it is. But if I say I have been painting my room, we don't know if it's finished or not. We only know about the activity. I have been painting my room. Okay, is that clear? I hope it is. Some more examples. I have washed 7 glasses. Okay, I have washed 7 glasses. What do we know from here? We know that about the number of glasses that I have washed, 7, right? But I can also say I have been washing the dishes for the past half an hour. Do we know what exactly I have washed? Well, we don't, right? So that's the main difference. I repeat, the present perfect simple, what we care about is the result of the action. In the present perfect continuous tense, we care about the action itself, about its duration, right? Please have a look at page 143, grammar reference for unit 2. Okay, we're going to have a look at both tenses and their different uses. If you see number 1, first we've got a kind of introduction, then we'll have a look at the point number 1. It says unfinished past. The verb action began in the past and continues up to the present. This is something that I briefly mentioned before, right? We have lived in this house for 20 years, meaning we started living in this house 20 years ago and we still live here. A very common mistake is, for example, you when you say, I know my best friend for 5 years. Yes? Well, you started knowing, as if to say, you met your best friend 5 years ago. Okay? And you still know him or her now. So this is why we are going to say I have known my best friend for 5 years, right? And here we have an example with present perfect continuous. Sorry I'm late. Have you been waiting long? You started waiting some time ago and you're still waiting, right? I have been a teacher for 5 years. 5 years ago I started teaching and now I still teach, right? I have been working at that same school all the time. Okay, so I started working again, and this is the same idea. Okay. Okay, here you have some notes, right? It says that sometimes there is no difference between the continuous and simple aspect, right? In this case, so sometimes you can use both interchangeably. I have played, or I have been playing tennis since I was a child. Okay, since I was a kid, it says, right? Well, that means basically that you can use both of them, and that depends if you want to stress the duration of the action, then you will use the I have been playing, or just the action, you just want to mention the action I have played, but both are equally okay, right? Okay, the continuous sometimes may suggest a more temporary situation, okay? Whereas the present perfect simple will talk about something more permanent. And here we have two examples. I've been living with the host family for 6 weeks. Okay, that means basically that, it's only 6 weeks. Maybe I will still live there for another 2 weeks or maybe 5 or whatever, but it's a temporary arrangement, right? Whereas we have another example. The castle has stood on the hill overlooking the sea for centuries. Of course, for centuries here, you know, the action is much more permanent, right?